Something weird is happening with the data job market. AI is taking over, layoffs are everywhere, the market is oversaturated, and data analytics is dead. At least that's what they say. And look, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that everything is perfect and easy because it's not. This is not the 2020 job market anymore. Things are much harder in 2026. But here's the thing, I was a senior data analyst making $153,000 a year, and every day I'm helping hundreds of students just like you land six-figure roles in data, even in this job market. People are still getting hired, companies are just changing what they're looking for. And today, in only 10 minutes, I'm gonna break down what's happening in the 2026 job market, what skills you need to get hired, and how you can actually stand out and get hired. First, we have to talk about the real state of the market, because what actually is happening is a lot different than what people think is happening. The truth is that the market is harder in 2026 than it was in 2020, but people think that the market is dead. There's a huge difference here because the market is not dead, it's just more difficult and you have to be a little bit more strategic because so much has changed since 2020. In 2020, COVID happened, everybody's on their phone, everybody's scrolling TikTok, a bunch of data influencers are saying, buy my course and you can break into data analytics and land a six-figure role in only 3 months. Data analytics is easy. All you have to do is learn a little SQL, learn a little Tableau, and boom, six-figure salary, remote work. And on top of that, a lot of companies really started hiring a lot and investing into R&D data roles to start building things for the future post-COVID. So people really did land a lot of data jobs with minimal skills and get giant salary bumps. But now things are very different because a lot of companies overhired and now they're laying off a bunch of people, plus the fact that AI is coming in and replacing a lot of entry-level jobs. But the truth is that the rise in AI is actually making it an even better time for you to get into data. Because you shouldn't be worried about AI replacing you, you should be worried about a data analyst using AI replacing you. Because the problem isn't that the industry of data is dying, the problem is that a lot of people want these jobs and there's more competition. So the reality is that now you have a really beautiful opportunity to beat out all of the competition because you can actually leverage AI, work smarter, work more efficiently, and just be a better data analyst. Trust me, back in my day, I had to learn data analytics without AI. So if you're watching this video right now, you need to count your blessings and use AI for your advantage. And if you don't believe me, here's the proof. The Bureau of Labor Statistics is projecting a 34% growth in data scientists through 2033. And yes, this is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They know what they're talking about. And then this increase is actually much larger than most other careers, so it's still a really good time to get into data. Okay, now that we understand the market, let's actually understand what's changing. I mentioned it a little bit before that a lot of entry-level roles are actually being replaced by AI, and that is true. The dashboard data analyst is dead. So if you thought you were just gonna do a few little drag and drop Tableau dashboards to get a six-figure data analyst salary, those days are over. AI and agentic AI is actually democratizing data in a way to where even non-technical people can build dashboards with just a few clicks and a few sentences. So very basic skilled data analysts that can just do a few things in Excel and make a few quick little dashboards, they're not gonna be valued nearly as much anymore because AI can do that job. And you're not really bringing anything special or unique to the table. Sorry. Companies want full stack data analysts that can handle an entire data project from end to end. That means starting out with raw, messy data, cleaning it, transforming it, maybe even ETLing and bringing in data from other sources, creating business logic and metrics, probably in SQL, and then bringing it into a BI tool, business intelligence tool, and visualizing the data and storytelling it for stakeholders. So dashboard data analysts usually live over here in a business intelligence tool and they make dashboards and storytell. But companies also want you to know these previous steps as well. So actually bringing in the data, transforming it, preparing it for analysis, building business logic, and getting the data ready to be visualized and story told. And this is a huge reason why analytics engineers are going to grow a ton in 2026. Analytics engineers sit between data engineers and data analysts, and they actually take that raw, messy data and transform it into metrics and business logic for analysts to actually derive insights from. So if you actually want a good job as a data analyst and a high paying one, definitely lean into the analytics engineering side of things and get really good at SQL, data cleaning, and data transformation, not just visualizing data. By the way, if you want to be a data analyst and you're completely overwhelmed and don't know where to start, grab my free 3-step data analytics roadmap below. It's completely free and it'll help you cut through all the noise to actually position yourself to land six-figure roles. Next, we're going to talk about the skills that actually matter in 2026. By the way, if you're noticing that my appearance and hair changed really drastically, it's because the power went out while I was filming this video. So I'm finishing the video today and I just did a full hair wash and blowout, so you're welcome. In 2026, the #1 data skill is still SQL. Yes, all these new things are popping up, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit, but SQL is still the #1 data skill. SQL is applicable to all types of data roles, all types of industries, all different sizes of companies, because SQL is the standard language used to query databases. And all companies have databases, and the data has to get out of the database somehow. And the answer to that has been SQL for over 50 years, and it's going to be SQL for another 50 years probably too. But of course, you do have to keep up with all the different trends and all the AI stuff too, because AI-driven analytics analytics is the future. To be a really good data professional, you have to learn how to leverage AI to actually work more efficiently. And that means writing code, testing code, coming up with QA cases, understanding code, refactoring code, and heck, even explaining and summarizing all the insights. So you need to get better using tools like ChatGPT and Claude, and especially if you're in a corporate environment, Copilot. And because data analysts are expected to work more quickly and more efficiently with AI, deeper technical knowledge is more important than ever. So yes, of course, double down in SQL and get really good at SQL, but take it a step further and lean into analytics engineering. So learning how to use skills like dbt, Snowflake, Databricks, BigQuery, and actually learn how to put together different views, different tables, and derive business logic from raw data. So remember, the dashboard data analyst is dead, so analytics engineering skills are gonna be your time to shine and step above 99% of candidates out there. And of course, the last skill you need to really think about is business acumen. Because in the age of AI, everything now is so automated and there's so much AI slop out there that human skills are gonna be more important than ever. And business acumen is one of the most important soft skills for a data analyst. And that means being able to actually understand the business context on a deeper level, dissecting the business problem, and then translating complex insights for non-technical stakeholders. Being able to speak the business language and actually work in data in the context of that business is gonna help you stand out, because AI literally can't do that. Because only real humans are actually gonna be able to understand the business on that deep of a level and actually understand trade-offs and risk and other businessy decisions. Because nobody wants to leave multi-million-dollar decisions in the hands of AI. So I guess instead they're leaving them in the hands of mid and senior level analysts. It makes sense if you think about it. Let's talk about certificates. You need at least 100 certificates to get your first data job. Jokes. Guess how many certificates I have? Literally zero. I have none. Full transparency though, I do have a master's in business analytics, because I'm not a liar and I'm not gonna hide that like a lot of data people do on social media. So yes, you do need to actually learn skills, and it's okay to take courses and maybe do different certifications if it helps you learn the skills, but stop chasing certificates thinking that they're gonna solve all your problems and get you a job. They're not. Companies don't care about certificates. They care about real world projects and portfolios. They want proof that you can actually do the work. So you wanna do projects that are very realistic for your industry and actually combining together multiple skills and tools. So like Excel, SQL, and Tableau, all in one project. Exploratory data analysis, funnel analysis, and data visualization, all in one project. Really show that you can do that end-to-end thinking with multiple tools and multiple different skills all together, instead of all in isolation. And of course, to stand out, definitely show how you're using AI to work more efficiently and get more accurate answers more quickly. And you don't want to use AI as a crutch and just blindly copy and paste different AI slop answers, because hiring managers are going to see through that. But if you actually use AI to create code templates and check your work and just work more quickly, that's going to be a big plus to hiring managers. And I will say adapting early here is the key, because these trends are just now popping up right now in 2026. So if you hop on these, you're going to have a really good year and probably get a really good job, because a lot of people on the data analyst job market are still stuck in 2020, which was a long time ago. Even 2024 was a long time ago. And trust me, I would know, because one of my amazing students just transitioned from a healthcare role with a $31,000 salary increase with no prior data analytics experience. And my other student just successfully transitioned from an education position. She was a teacher and got a fat salary bump, and now she's working as an analyst. Literally, when I get those messages in the Discord, I squeal out with joy and almost start crying, because I'm literally just so excited for people to land amazing jobs. The data job market isn't dead, it's just more competitive. But people are still landing really good data jobs every single day. It's the people who are adapting, learning new skills, leveraging AI, and building a portfolio. So if you want the complete 3-step data analytics roadmap, grab it below in the description. Otherwise, watch this video next, where I go even deeper on how to get hired in 2026. Sending you lots of big data energy. Bye.